Okay. Hello, how may I help you?
Hey, Habibi, look, my hang low ain't working like it's supposed to. You got any of them sex pills?
May I randomly suggest one of these generic products?
Nah.
You should take the A game, little bro.
Bling bling for the ding ding.
Nah.
You shouldn't be taking that poison, little bro. Here, try one of mine.
Yes, right.
A game will make a girl give you her credit card number.
It is very true.
Plus, it's an all-natural solution for men. Not like these gas station pills gonna make your manhood shrivel up and fall off.
Oh my golly, he's right. A-game is an all-natural solution for men. And you take it and it give you energy and libido and your vitality will be out the roof.
I feel it kicking in already. I'm gonna go home and show my girl.
Okay, but don't forget to drink 16 to 32 ounces of water.
Hey, baby.
Ooh, look who brought their A game.
And that A is for apocalypse, cause I'm about to blow your back up.
Ooh, I love it when you bring your...
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hello, how are we? It don't feel like a Monday. Feels like a Wednesday. I wish it was Wednesday. Did that work? Do it work if I to Wednesday? That's not going. If I do one of these and say we don't go to Wednesday. Okay. Yes, like, you know why I don't feel like Monday? Because the weekend went too fast. The weekend went too fast. That's what it was. The weekend went all crazy fast. Then it's got the unmitigated gall to go from in the 50s over the weekend. It's gonna be in the 90s this week. Excuse me? Y'all you can't hear me? Let me bring it a little closer. Are we better if it's a little closer? Okay. See, this is why I'm ready to get out of Chicago, because it get hot, but we got humid heat. We got humid heat. It's right off the lake. So the same lake that give us lake effect snow and cold and all of this foolishness in the wintertime is the same lake that makes it humid. So when it's warm weather and it gets hot, all the moisture in the air. See, I like dry heat. Give me a desert 95 over a Chicago 95 any day. Chicago 95, it might as well be 110. A desert 95, nice and comfortable. Then got the audacity to jump to 90 something this week after you've been playing in the 30s and 40s and 50s. See, natural hair is not okay. See, the brothers, I might have to do a show on natural hair and Y'all want me to do a show on natural hair and makeup and sort of the balance. Y'all want me to do a show like that? I might do a show like that. Cause I think it needs to be some balance with the natural hair and with the no makeup. They wasn't, see, I don't think they was really understanding. See, men, y'all not women. I'm not gonna do it on this stream, but y'all not women. So the men who have hair, who is so y'all throw y'all hair in a ponytail. Yeah, we don't want to wear a ponytail every day for the rest of our lives. We just don't want to do it. Why it take y'all 3 hours to do your hair? Because you're not going to sit under a dryer for an hour. Men aren't going to do that. Women will. If you're trying to get a roller set, you will. We want to look cute. Men want us to look cute, but then don't understand why we take the time out to actually look cute. Y'all don't care. Y'all can have hair, and if y'all hair start getting damaged and whatnot, blah, 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 y'all gonna cut that off and get a fade, and ain't nobody gonna look at you because you're a man. If our hair start messing up and we gotta cut it off and get a fade, that's gonna be problematic. Y'all don't worry about y'all ends, because I don't know how many men, even with long hair, check their ends to see whether or not they split, because y'all don't care. Long as it's sitting up on your head, you know what I'm saying, doing kind of what you wanted to do, you don't care. It shouldn't take you that long to do your hair. And why you gotta put braids in your hair? We've been braiding our hair since the motherland, whether you put extensions in it or not. I ain't gonna do it on this stream. This stream is about why. Girl, see, it's me, see, she know what's going on. Because in this kind of humidity, this is ponytail weather. Because I am not sitting under no 3 hours and all that type of stuff. And then get this nice little twist out roller set, perm rod set, flexi rod set, all of this type of stuff. You spend hours doing it, conditioning it and deep conditioning it just to get outside and your hair poof up and you be running around here looking like a labradoodle. Anyway, well, I don't mind a afro, but can you imagine how an afro would look under my hijab? It's not gonna work. Anyway, let's get to this worshiping of a Jezebel spirit. Because a lot of our black women are worshiping this Jezebel spirit. Worshiping it. I have a comment that I lifted from underneath the video that I did about Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. And I actually had a lot of comments. Some was admittedly from a 62-year-old woman that was talking about how men wasn't no good and she ain't seen no man that was no good yet. How are you 62 years old and ain't seen no man that was no good yet? What's wrong with you? Thank you, Too Tall, for kicking it off. So I am going to read out a comment underneath my video. I'm not going to say the name of the individual. We just going to read the comment. And this is kind of what was the inspiration for this, because this is not the only comment underneath that video that was kind of like this. And it's not the only comment I've seen online with this, you know, with this Lori Harvey stuff. I don't know why y'all worshiping this Lori Harvey stuff. Okay, so the comment says this: she's not a pick me, she picks. So that's the opposite of a pick me. A woman that is in her masculine energy to try to go pick a man, quote unquote. She doesn't overstay her relationship. Thank you, Miss Lou Casey said, if at 62 you've not found a good man, and it's time to look in the mirror as you are the common denominator. Girl, she been so far past that time to look in the mirror. She should have looked in that mirror before menopause hit. Now, this next sentence blew me. This one got me, y'all. This one got me. It say, she's not a pick me, she picks. And then the second sentence says, she doesn't overstay her relationship. What do that mean? What does it mean to overstay your relationship? How do you overstay a relationship? What is that? I don't understand that. She doesn't overstay. So that's said as if, you know, after a little while, you're supposed to leave your relationship. You know, just exit stage left. Just get on out of there. I don't understand that. Okay. They say black women are so used to taking L's in relationships, and black men are so used to giving the L's out, that Lori is not taking BS from nobody. It's foreign to them. Who said she was taking BS from somebody? Because from all accounts, Michael B. Jordan was loving on her. So what's BS? So instead, they would call her 304, as we should, because that's what she's doing. Or tell folks the massive kid having multiple baby mama dudes are correct. What that got to do with anything? End of story. It is. No closure, no holding on, no babies. That's about the best thing she doing, is not bringing a bunch of kids in the world. But 304s that operate at that level don't bring kids in the world. That actually should shine a light on you low class 304s that's always bringing a kid in the world. Because if they can have birth control and figure out not to put a kid in the womb until some simp come along and marry him, why come you little low budget 304s always knocked up? Birth control is cheap and or free. Just gone to live her life as she should. She should? Kwame, thank you so much. She's smarter than women twice her age. And what you have left, thank you, Chano, it's a hyena talk. The comment lacks grammar, red flag. Exactly. She's smarter than women twice her age. And what you have left are a bunch of bitter dudes who aren't even qualified enough to clean her toilets, writing think pieces, and a bunch of pick-me women who ain't been picked yet talking about how she dates. She ain't been picked yet either. Michael B. Jordan let her go, did he not? He let her go, didn't he do that? She ain't picked, baby. She's screwed, but she's not picked. There's a difference. There's a difference. I don't think women of today understand there's a difference. But there is a difference between a man looking at you and lusting after you and wanting to just have sex with you as many times as you will let him do that, and a man that's actually trying to take you seriously. This is why people like me who are making content are talking about it in this fashion, because Lori is a pass around. And then there was a man who is, by all other accounts, highly desired. All y'all chicks a cream right where you stand if Michael B. Jordan so much as looked at you and smiled and winked. He handsome, he young, he bodied up, he got money, he got a career. From what I've seen, he looked masculine to me. Please don't cap. Please don't come cap like Michael B. Jordan is not a desirable black man. Like he's some type of bum from some obscure corner of the world. Please let's not cap. Please let's not cap that the woman who wrote this comment would not be somewhere excited as all outdoors if Michael B. Jordan looked at her and was like, hey, how you doing? What's up? Come on. This is the time that this was the one she was supposed to lock down. And y'all too goofy to understand it. You're too whorish to understand it. That's what it is. You're not too goofy. You're too whorish. See, only whores don't understand that guy, that a whole slew of women would be lined up around a corner somewhere to get a sniff, came to you with a reputation of being a pass around and took you seriously for more than a year. Meeting with your family, this didn't seem like he didn't need her to garner no type of respect. He didn't need her to do, if anything, she pulled his image down. He pulled hers up. He raised her value just by being with him, because Michael B. Jordan is respectable. He has a respectable appearance value. He has a respectable image. He has a respectable reputation. So he raised her value. She was to be looked at differently. She was to be looked at better. She was supposed to put in the past her being with Diddy and his son. That's nasty right there. How you go from the daddy to the son, or from the son to the daddy? How you do that? So she didn't uplift him. He's the A-list actor. Lori Harvey is not famous for nothing but her stepdaddy being Steve Harvey. And that she didn't have no control over. Anyway, Lori don't want kids or a marriage at 25. That's the problem. Because this is the age she's supposed to get both. She's supposed to do both of them things right now. Just like MBJ didn't want kids or marriage at 25. That's a whole different ball game. Men are at a different ball game at 25. Women at 25 and men at 25, this is completely different. I'm going to get done with this comment section because I got a lot of depth. We're going to peel back layers with this. But I wanted to give you the comment that inspired it. Lori will be fine. Lori going to hit the wall. That's what Lori's going to do. Lori's going to hit the wall, going 1,000,000 miles per hour. She's gorgeous. She has money. She's not in the business of being dragged or disrespected by any man. I'm trying to figure out, when did Michael B. Jordan drag or disrespect her? Regardless if he has money and she lives her life unapologetically, that's the problem. She's dragging and disrespecting herself. And this is what black women don't get. They worship the Jezebel spirit that is imbued within Lori Harvey. That's being displayed. Thank you, Decent. So it's always the ninja's fault. Whether he's young or old, even if you have nothing to do with certain said situations, that's the mentality of what some of these spaces have out here on the internet. Word out on the street is that she's with Jack Harlow, not 2 seconds off Michael. And they praising it. Oh, she's just moving on. This is the movement of a broken, she about to be a broken 304. That's what if she don't cool out, she's about to be a broken 304. Let me get down to it. Because there's an admiration for Lori Harvey as some sort of aspiration for young women to look up to. But what we have to understand, or what we have to deal with, what I thought it was odd, and I thought it was enough to make this live stream about. Aside from her famous stepfather, Lori is a normal, modern woman who is getting ran through. That is who Lori Harvey is. She did not work for that status. Steve Harvey is not even her biological father. Okay? Wasn't her biological father some type of D-boy, and isn't he in jail right as we speak? So she not famous for nothing but being born and being associated with her famous stepfather and him having given her his last name to track through the mud. So you got ordinary women in my comment section. You got superhead running around here praising Lori from going from man to man in quick succession. This is why she's being praised. Understand why she's being praised. Because she's jumping from D to D just like that. And somehow this is supposed to be some type of empowerment. This woman is being reckless with her sexual market value. Thank you, Bakulu. So I'll make sure our feminist society doesn't hold women accountable or shame for their degenerate behavior. No. What she's doing is she is ruining her marriage market value by ruining her sexual market value. That is the main way that modern women ruin their marriage market value. They do it through their sexual market value. They run around here. Thank you, Robert says she's not attracted to guys similar to her stepfather. She's attracted to guys like her real father. One of the most infamous ways that young women destroy their marriage market value is through destroying their sexual market value. The destruction of the sexual market value actually destroys the personal market value, which is your spiritual self. Your personality, what makes you, you. She's being praised, for being reckless with her sexual access as a young woman. Listen, women, we are born with a value. The fact that we are female is a value to men. We can preserve that value or we can destroy it. And modern day feminism and the gynocracy and all of them thought patterns and ideologies that surround those things and come included with those things have convinced women that the giving away of her personal value is somehow empowering for her. Thank you, Von D. She's praised for running up her body count. And that's supposed to be forgivable because these are desirable men or so-called high-value men. She's running in particular circles. And this is part of what that worship is, because these 304s, these low-budget, low-level, B-movie, D-listed 304s, both known and unknown, are living vicariously through Lori because they are jealous of and simultaneously in awe of the kind of men that she can let run through her, because y'all are running around here letting the neighborhood D-boy run through you, and he don't look good and he ain't got no money either. He don't even so much as look good. So y'all are living vicariously through her whole phase because yours sucks so bad. Pun intended. Because your whole phase was spent, you done came out of it with 3 kids and 6 baby daddies. You're still on Section 8. You still working that little CNA job part-time. You still ain't got no money. You still got to go get a venture card for the CTA. And you still got to lay on your back to make these little ends meet so you can get your hair and nails done. So you mad. You mad that your whole phase didn't look as glamorous, quote unquote, as Lori's. Thank you, GDS. You wanted a glamorous whole phase and couldn't get it. You wanted to be wined and dined in the limelight of your whole phase and couldn't do it. Cause the men you were dealing with, even if they could have wined and dined you, wasn't going to. Wasn't stupid enough to parade you around in public and call you they woman. So she's being praised for running up her body count as if her family name, her age, or her beauty exempts her from the reality of being a woman in danger of hitting the wall. Lori Harvey is still a woman. I don't care where she grew up at. I don't care how much money her daddy got. She gonna hit the same wall Nicole Murphy hit. She gonna hit the same wall Amber Rose done hit. She gonna hit the same wall Brittany Renner done hit. And you know, I find it interesting. This is yet another little thing before we go to commercial break. Black women didn't have this type of praise for the Brittany Renners and for the Kim K's and for the Amber Roses. Do y'all know why black women didn't have that kind of praise for them? For doing the same exact thing. You wanna know why? Because Kim K and the Amber Roses and the Brittany Renners and stuff like that are what these chicks like to call preferences. See, they're either just straight up not black, or they're mixed, or they're racially ambiguous, or something like that. And Lori represents the fully black thought that can roll and hang with the mixed girl thoughts and the preference thoughts. And somehow that's supposed to be an achievement. Because they know they meaning these chicks that's looking up to Lori, couldn't hang even in the whole circle with the non-black hoes doing the same thing. That's why they got this little worship going on around Lori Harvey. Because she's unmistakably black. She's not racially ambiguous. Because these chicks got a beauty problem. I'm going to come back and I'm going to touch on that a little bit. Thank you again, GDS at Michael Dodge a Bullet. Now a hot blonde is going to reap the benefits. The women praising her now are going to be dogging her later. Pretty much. But after these messages, we'll be right back.
Okay, we're downloading A-Game's formula.
3, 2, 1.
Y'all know that's one of my favorite commercials. Oh. So why do they worship Lori Harvey and her dating style? Should all women date like Lori Harvey? Y'all do date like Lori Harvey. You get ran through just like her. You just not pretty as she is, and you're not getting ran through by the quality of men she getting ran through by. But body counts and kitty miles is body counts and kitty miles. I don't care if the finest man in the world put him there or the ugliest one put him there. I don't care if the richest man put him there or the poorest man put him there. That's what the thoughts don't get. It doesn't matter who the penis is attached to. If it's running through you, it's no good to you. Because here's the thing. Because see, she's having the perfect hoe phase for them. This is the one they couldn't have. She getting praised for having a bunch of men not take her seriously. Not a bunch of men who love her. Not a bunch of men who gonna treat her right. Not a bunch of men who gonna cherish her. Not a bunch of men who gonna value her. Not a bunch of men who gonna upgrade her. Not a bunch of men who gonna teach her something. Not a bunch of men who gonna give her the 4 P's unapologetically and unselfishly to her. But men who are going to simply lust after her because she puts thirst trap pictures on Instagram like any other lowly Insta thought. She's not any better. Her stepdaddy just got money, that's all. men who are going to simply lust after her and have sex with her. That's not any different than your low class thought. Your low class thought is getting the same thing. Here's the other thing. It doesn't matter who she is or how people perceive her. She's still breaking herself. Lori is still breaking herself, and it's needlessly. She's breaking herself over man after man after man, and these are not relationships. These are not relationships. These are situationships. These are hookups. That's all that these things are. There will be, not unlike millions of other women, there will be a day that Lori don't like that. Just like her mama ran into that day. Lori gonna run into it. I don't want to be unfulfilled anymore. I'm so over men looking at my breasts and my butt and how fat my body is and how cute I am and this and that. I want a man that's going to be here for me as a woman. This is why we were talking about Michael B. Jordan. We don't care that she's young. This is the time that she was supposed to do that. So that she don't have to worry about what man gonna want her at 35, 45, 48, 52. She don't have to worry about that. You get the man because he already love you, because he's already trying to give you 4 P's. That's what matters, not the penises that you're hopping back and forth on. Because it doesn't matter if $100 million is attached to that penis. It's not your $100 million. He's still running up your kitty miles for nothing. Thank you, Jonathan, because her father's status, that last name Harvey, isn't saving her from the reputation of a run through. It's not saving her from the reputation of a jump off. It's not saving her. She's not looked at no better in no better light by none of the men, high or low. It's only the other thoughts that think it's cute. It's not cute. Thank you, James said, what is Lori going to do when the men she wants don't want her because she's been with all his friends? Precisely. Because she'll run into another one. See, she liked Michael. That's why she stayed with him long as she did. There's nothing wrong with Michael. And there'll be another one that she like, that she want. That's not, she don't want him to just lust after her body. She want him to want her. All of her. Thank you, Abby. And he gonna be like, you done been all around this circle, beloved. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You've been all around this circle and you didn't have to be. You was raised in a 2-parent home. You didn't have, there was nothing about your life that said you needed to be slutting yourself out. Nothing. I don't care if it was high class slutting. I don't care if you could slut yourself out and go to a Met Gala. I don't care. Because the escort that don't have to walk the blade and still get money is doing the same thing that the chick that's a prostitute who's a pimp going upside her head walking the blade, she doing the same thing. She the same kind of broken. One just is able to wear Swarovski crystals and the other one have to get her jewelry from Family Dollar. That's all. But it's the same broken. It's the same brokenness because they're both still women. Still women. And I'm trying to help out women. This is not a path. Just because, listen, this is not the path. She's still getting ran through. Because I'm trying to figure out what is she getting out of this? What is she getting out of being ran through? What does she get? They get in the bus one and say, Lori Harvey. Doop, got that one. That's what they get. And ain't nobody gonna look at them sideways for it. But what does she get from it? What does the reputation of being a pass around, how's that gonna help her in her future? How's that gonna help her in her life? How's that gonna elevate her? How is that gonna push her forward? How is that gonna propel her? How is that gonna upgrade her? How is that gonna uplift her? How is having the reputation of a pretty run through, a pretty pass around gonna help her? How? What does I want the fellow thoughts who love the way she date to tell me what does she get out of it? Tangible. What's the tangible benefit that she gonna get? And don't say money, because her stepdaddy got that. And I'm sure he shared it with her. So I'm trying to figure out what's the good that she about to get. What's the tangible value? What's the value? What's she gonna get? Does she get smarter? The more eggplants she jump on, that's got, 10 million and up in the bank account, do them eggplants make you smarter or what? Am I missing something? What do they do? Except do the same thing that they do in the hood, run through you, how you sweating, how you smutted out somewhere, how you know what I'm saying? You be somewhere lace front peeling up at the corner. He done pulled it so bad, done sweated it out, done videotaped it. He done shot one all in your eye, up your nose. And he get to say he did that and laugh with his boys that he did that. What's the tangible benefit for you? After you got to get up and wash your hair and wash that skeet out of your lace front, then what? Because you can go in there and put on a pair of Christian Louboutin heels that make it better? Do that make it better? That a whole bunch of men in the circle get to say they had you balled up like a pretzel. Oh yeah, I had her. Man, listen, she be throwing it back, don't she? Yeah. Did she do that little thing with her mouth with the man? Yeah, she did that. Did she do the thing where she lift her leg up? Yeah, no, I ain't get that one. I ain't get that one, dude. What? Yeah. Man, listen, you need to go back. You need to go back and get that one. That tripped me out. That tripped me out. This is the conversation they having about her. I guarantee you. Men, am I lying? Is that or is that not the conversation that you have about the 304s that you've shared? Oh, yeah, I had her. Oh, yeah, I did that. You did it. Yeah, man, who ain't did that? Who ain't had that? She good, though. She fine. You know what I'm saying? They like to get that pretty face turned up so he can take a picture with it on your nose. Mar your pretty face because he don't value your pretty face. Because you just another pretty face with nothing behind it. That's your value. He got the skeet on it. That's the value of your face. Do we not like this conversation? I think we do. Because see, mine eyes have seen the glory of the locker room talk of the boys by virtue of being a tomboy. I done heard how they talk about them 304s. I heard how they talk about you. Talk about you like a dog. All you little fine 304s, or you little fine hoes, and you hoeing and you giving it up because you getting attention, they talk about you like a dog. The boys do it. The men do it at every age. They talk about you like a dog. You being fine. See, they smiling in your face because you fine. And they want to hit it again. Or they want the first time to hit it or whatever. They're not going to upset you. They're not going to upset you. But see, you know how it is because dudes will still talk slick to you when they don't respect you, but you fine and they want to hit it, they'll still talk slick. Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying. Somebody come tell me I'm lying. Men, when y'all do not respect a chick, but she fine or she sexy, and you trying to either hit for the first time or you trying to keep hitting until, you know what I'm saying, it fade out, you won't just outright upset her, but you will talk slick to her. And she be like, quit playing, knowing full well you ain't playing. A man will talk slick to you real fast. I done watched them talk slick. And these chicks, some of them get it and then they want to be offended, but they still want the attention, so they'll act like it didn't bother them. Or they'll act like it went over their head, or sometimes they be stupid and it do go over their head. Like, yeah, come here, bring your stupid self over. You so stupid. Come here. Come here, you stupid man, but you fine though. Come here. Fine though. But you fine though. You know you fine though. You stupid. Come here. So my boy had it. You let my boy hit it. Go ahead, say, I mean, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? You let my boy hit it, you let all of them hit it. All of them hit that. That's all right though. I mean, I ain't judging. You see what I'm saying? Come here. I ain't judging. Your little slutty stuff. You so slutty. Come here. You ain't worth nothing. Come here, girl. You ain't worth nothing. Look, just come here. Talk real slick to you. The reality is this. Lori and women like her are really a living cautionary tale. Raised, specifically, this young lady was raised in a situation where she had every chance and every advantage to hold her value. That's the saddest part. Because there are some girls that's in the hood. She has had trauma. She has been raped. She has had lots of things going on with her, and she's broken before she ever hit a street. And she be out there for the streets because nobody protected her. She be out there for the streets because she was raised in a single parent home and her mama ain't got 4 P's to protect her with, and she don't know no better. She's looking for value. She doesn't understand that her value was internal and things like that. She don't know that. So there are those girls and those young women who hit the street because of that. And then that's why I said the thought that don't gotta be a thought is the worst one of them all. Because Lori has not had, to my knowledge, any of that happening to her. Situation where she's raised in luxury. This is normal for her, going around people who have millions of dollars, hanging in those circles, being in those social situations. These are not things that are foreign to her. She grew up in, had every opportunity to hold her value. You know what kind of man Lori could have got without the pass around reputation? You know what kind of man? You know how many of them would be lined up because she's young, because she's pretty, because she had value. They would be lined up to talk to her and Steve. I need your daughter. I need her. I need her in my life. I know she ain't out here in the street. I know she ain't a pass around. I know that the men that and the people and the groups that I take my wife around, if there is a room of 50 men, 20 of them ain't had her. A man gotta know that, especially a man of a certain caliber. He gotta know that. He gotta know that as he moves around, see, his mobility is at stake, as well as the appearance value. I can't have no woman that I done took seriously and welcomed into my life. Everybody know this my wife, and again, I enter a room of 50 powerful men and 20 of them done bent over. And they all looking at me like, her? Wait. She not just your date for the night? You married her. Okay. Thank you, Jay Daniel. Said Lori Harvey's Wikipedia page states she had sexual relations with Diddy and his son. Yeah. And you know how they gonna look at that man? He don't make good decisions. I'm not really doing it. I'm not gonna make that deal with him. Look who he chose. Now me and you have had her. We had her together. Do you remember that? Thank you, Donovan. Said, no doubt, as a guy, I've heard multiple conversations about guys sharing 3 or 4 Lori Harvey with the next Vivica Fox. He can't get the respect that he need because he's with a disrespected and a woman who doesn't garner respect. This is not a respectable woman. So his peers, his colleagues, they're not going to be looking at him like he's somebody to really be, like, we going to do this deal, but don't invite him to the dinner party. I don't want her around my wife. I don't want her talking to my wife. Because she came just now to the business meeting with she had a business pants and jacket suit, but it was skin tight. I saw panties through it. She was wearing panties. That's new. Y'all don't think men be having these types of conversations, but I swear to you that they do. They do. This is what they think. She's chosen to decrease her value steadily. This is the cautionary tale. Being with these men, I don't care who these men are. I don't care what they look like. I don't care what their bank accounts say. Being with these men, a woman ruined her value the same way at every level. I don't care what tax bracket she belonged to. Women ruin their value the same exact way across the board. They usually destroy their marital market value by destroying their sexual market value. And the number one way for a woman in this society to destroy her sexual market value is to have sex with a bunch of dudes, especially, and it is public record. At bare minimum, you need to be able to bury the bodies behind you, not take them on a float in a parade down the street behind you. Thank you, Ron. She got her bodies on display on a float. Okay, behind her, a whole, the major, like, look at my bodies, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all see these bodies behind me? Proud of these bodies. Come on. You got to at least hide the bodies if you're going to have them. And I don't advocate having a bunch of bodies, but have the decency. Have the decency to at least, at bare minimum, not parade the bodies around. Keep the bodies, shh. Don't tell nobody. Like Pop said, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. And she proud. Yeah, I screwed this one. I've been with that one. I've been with that one. Come on now. Thank you, 39 Dina. That's supposed to make her powerful. You give away your power. Giving away your power ain't never made you powerful. Speaking of power and giving it away, the Black community gave collectively about $90 million worth of power to Black Lives Matter organization. And they proceeded, thank you, Philip J. Like I told my girl last night, I'm tired and just in and out, rendering support. Child, thank you so much. The Black community gave collective power in the form of $90 million to the Black Lives Matter organization, and they proceeded to spit in the collective faces of the Black communities all across the United States by not spending that money the way that they should have, meaning support the families of the victims who were killed by police brutality and other Black people in the community, other programs in the community that could help further us and put us in a better situation. Instead, they were buying $6 million homes, claiming that it was for the organization in the whitest neighborhoods that they can find. So we have a petition against Black Lives Matter for this very egregious crime that they committed against the Black community. And you can find the link to that in the chat room right now. And you can also find the link to that petition in the description box underneath this video. Please, please go ahead and sign the petition. Please share this all over your social media. And if you can, please contribute to it. We are well over 2,500, I think it's like 2,600 signatures or more, and I could not be happier with the progress. So please, let's get this word out. Let's share that link for the petition. Even if you've signed it already, please share it once again on your social medias to reach the greater masses, okay? And also, speaking of power again, it's nothing like having a powerful man with you, but you can make him more powerful by giving him A game. Let him get on his A game, A game, A game. A game increases a man's vitality, his energy, his strength, and his libido. So this is something that is natural. It doesn't have any artificial ingredients, any inactive ingredients either. And that's really important because a lot of things that we take in terms of vitamins and supplements and things of that nature actually have a whole lot of inactive ingredients. We don't know what they do. They're just in there taking up capsule space. But A game is far and above that everything in that capsule is everything that a man needs to increase his blood flow. Okay? So 21 wonderful herbs, no artificial ingredients, no sweeteners, no caffeines, nothing like that. And the way in which you get on your A game is to hit the link at the top of the chat, agameherbal.com. And please don't forget your 10% discount with the code Kendra10. You put that in at checkout and you can get this box of Health Journey delivered to you ASAP. Okay? I want to thank everyone for coming through with me. We hit above 1,000 today. So thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for your very generous contributions through Super Chat, through Cash App, through PayPal. I really, really appreciate it. And last but certainly not least, I would like to thank my support team, without which none of this is possible on this channel. I am going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.